Welcome to this look at some excellent new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday the 5th of September. We've got some new mods, we've got some updates. The wheel loader shovel pack by Mack Trucker 921. The map Welcome to Lehndorf by Frankenpower. A new save game is required. The vegetable factory by Weekend Farmers and Dire Raven. The map Farfenwinkel by Bernie SCS. That also needs a new save game. The Liebherr LTM 1450 mobile crane by Ross N Mods, and the I never get this right, Alatalkari winter equipment by AEN Design have all had updates. I've had a lot of people asking me already today about the Mercedes-Benz pack. When is my review going to come out? I play on console. I don't get sent early access on console. They will send me a PC code, no problem at all, but obviously all of mine is done on console. So yeah, mine will be Tuesday when the game releases, the same time as everybody else. So yeah, that's what's happening with that. In front of me, we've got the Herculano HMBB pack by E.T.A. Marchoise. It is 24.97 megabytes download, 7 slots and 8 slots. There are two different ones, the 18,000 and the 24,000. That is not the capacities. So there we go. There's the 18,000, there's the 24,000. Options are exactly the same on these apart from the sizes. So we start off, weirdly we start off with an extension. I'm going to go back one. That's the standard size, 15,300 litres. Then we've got 18,100, 21,000, 23,800. In that capacity, with those large bits on the top, that is silage crops only. So that's a forage wagon, forage trailer. In the other capacities, it will hold all the crop types they're supposed to hold. Then we've got the that's double axle, that's the triple axle. This one, we'll go back one again, 26,600, 31,500, 36,400, 41,300 in its silage configuration. We've got Wheelbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back again. I'll show you one set, standard, standard 2, I think it might be standard 3, wide, back again. I think Vredestein, 2, 3, wide, 2, 3. I think it might be Vredestein that's got the most options. Design, warning signs, that's on the back here. Puts those reflective strips on the back there, yes or no. We've got platform on the front, standard or with platform. Beacon light, standard or LED. Now I thought I'd gone LED, but obviously I didn't. Isn't it weird how it seems to be the wrong... That's LED. I went that, I thought, oh, that's standard, that's LED, but it's the other way around. It's funny how that happens, isn't it? Anyway, it's on LEDs to start off with. Main colour changes the main colour, which is all of that. There you go, and the options are the same on the 2-axle version as well. So what I want to show you, because we've got a couple of other options on this as well. I've got a little bit of straw in there because that's the forage option. L1 and right stick side to side brings the ladder out from the side there and up and down. Then lowers the ladder down, so we've got those options there. R1 and right stick up and down raises and lowers the platform out of the way. Doesn't remove the framework, just the platform, but it does that. Then L1 R1, yeah, this one was weird. L1 R1 right stick up and down. I couldn't work out what was moving, if anything was moving or changing at all. But that's the options on that trailer. Beacon, like I say, I went for the wrong one, I went for the rotating, but that's not a problem. Lights, indicators, like so. Awesome stuff. The Herculano HMBB pack. Next we've got this, the 800 litre diesel tank. This is by Hoster. 3.63 megabytes download, 2 slots. This is liftable with forks, with, well, whatever you want. Pallet forks, big bag handlers, anything you want to lift it with. You can't lift it by hand. It comes already full, and you will find it under pallet tanks, and it's just there. 1,499 with fuel in it already, and when it's empty you can then refuel it. When you take it to a fuel point, you enter it like a vehicle and then you can refuel if you want to, but it does come already with diesel in it. We can change the colour of the hand pump like so if you want to. Just gives you portable fuel wherever you might want. What is cool about this as well, in the description it says it is sturdy, which is It's kind of what you want. But this also, it gets dirty over time, so you need to give it a wash. The paint fades, so you might need to repaint it or let it show its hard-working history. It's not a toy, it's built for grit, sweat and diesel dreams. Apparently. I must say, I've got it strapped down there, so as you see, it will strap down and onto whatever it is you might be transporting it. And you can see bottom right, diesel, 800 litres in it already. 800 litre diesel tank. Next, we've got the Annaburger Zunhammer Tank by htModding, 1.31 megawatts download and 4 slots. This comes under the changing systems, so that bottom section is the standard base game changing system platform, and then this comes in that category. So if we go to just there, that's where you'll find it. Options on this, we've got 25,000 litre, 50,000 litre or 100,000 litre if you want. Slurry or digestate, this will hold, it's up to you. Chassis colour does the chassis, design colour does the tank. So if you wanted to go, actually have we got the option if you've got the thing on, you can kind of go for metallics as well if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. And this is a transport tank, not a slurry spreader. This is just for transporting around the place, yard, field, map, wherever it is you might want to be doing it. Nice and made and detailed, and then I say when you're ready to go, onto your changing system, off you go, fill up whatever you want to fill up, and then Bob's your uncle. Nice, the Annaburger Zunhammer Tank. Next, we've got the Claas Jaguar 695 by E.T.A. We've got quite a lot of harvesters today. Harvester Friday, that's what we're going to call it. So we got the Claas Jaguar 695, 37.09 megabytes download by E.T.A. 9 slots for the harvester, and we've got 2 headers. I've gone for a pickup header this time. Whenever we get these, I tend to go for the corn headers, but I thought, you know what, let's do a pickup header this time. So the pickup header is 4 slots, 3 meters. The corn header is 3 slots, 5.3 meters. You will find them in our forage harvester section, which is I love about the E.T.A. ones. We've got a couple of these already, I think, and a couple of harvesters. Look at the price. Look at the price of forage harvesters. Then look at the price. 60 grand. That's all. It will do the same job as all the other forage harvesters. It will do the same job for 60 grand. But also 316 horsepower, 326 horsepower, 342, 410 for the Mega Plus. So 410 horsepower for an extra 4 grand. So we're looking at 64,000. I mean, that just makes perfect sense to me. But Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, back to Trelleborg. No tyre choices within those, they come like that. Additional weight, so if you've got something heavy on the front, a big old header, you might be using other headers. Standard or that one, 800 kilo. Silage additive tank, yes or no. So if you are picking up grass with a pickup header, or whatever it is you might be doing, silage work wise, you should be able to get a bonus if it's silage additive tank on. License plate option on there as well. Come out of there, come into our headers, and we should have just there's our pickup header. 12 grand, 16 grand for the 6-row corn header, 5.3 metre, no options on that one, and no options on this one either. So I thought, okay, like I said, I thought I'd go for this, why not, for a change. So we'll start the engine up. Horn, beacon, lights, pipe in and out, whatever you might be doing with it. L1, R1, tip side back, tip side grain door, that's the trailer. Let's go back to this. I don't think we've got doors or windows or anything on this that open and close. Then as far as our header goes, go to the front, we can fold the pickup, which does that. So it comes already open, but you can fold it for transport if you want, or you can just leave it like that, it's entirely up to you. Now something I haven't tried for a long time, it shouldn't do this, it should only pick up grass, it shouldn't pick up hay. Yeah, I didn't think it would. And I thought while we're on the way over to the grass, we'll try straw. Again, you might find that one pickup header that does it, and then you suddenly think, I've hit the jackpot. I can't go over the price. There we go. I've got the silage additive tank with some silage additive in it as well. And off we go. Doing the job it was intended to do, doing it incredibly well. Lights off. I love these older style ones, they're very, very cool. You wait till we get to the harvesters later on. Oh! Anyway, that's the Claas Jaguar 695. Next, oh, we've got another good one. And it's this. This is the Deutz Agrostar 6.71 to 6.81 series by DE. It's DB modding. This is 12.33 megabytes download and 9 slots. You'll find this under medium tractors. It's not a small one, as you can see by the bonnet. It's a rather long boy. So there. So obviously we've got the standard sort of base game version, but this is that's an 831. So yeah, we're a little bit smaller. So 671, 160 horsepower. The 681, 185 horsepower. It's only 80 grand for 185 horsepower. That's pretty good. Look at the length of the bonnet on that. Right, Trelleborg, Mitas, Michelin, Nokian, Continental, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. I will show you on the Trelleborgs, but again, there are lots of other tyre choices. They're fairly similar as you go through the range. Normally Trelleborg has the most options. Sometimes Michelin does, sometimes Vredestein does, but I'll show you on the Trelleborgs. So we've got standard wheel weights, standard 2 with weights, wide tyres with weights, narrow tyres, rear twins, back to standard. Not twins, just rear twins. Then we've got extra lights, yes or no. We put yes, put some just above the indicator bits on the sides of the cab. We've got design standard, left beacon, right beacon, both beacons, or back off again. Front weight, 30 kilo, 275, 605, 935, or front hydraulic with PTO. Front loader attacher, quick, Hauer or no. Front fenders, yes or no. And a license plate option on there as well. No colour choices or anything like that. It is Deutz-Fahr, comes in the Deutz-Fahr green. So, jump in, start it up. Apologies if you can hear noise in the background. It seems to be Friday afternoons. I don't know what it is about Friday afternoons. The world goes mad where I live. So, beacons, horn, lights, as you've already seen. And then we have got L1 and right stick up and down. Does the front window. R1, nothing. L1, R1. Right stick up and down. Does the left door. Right stick side to side. Does the other door. If I can get those both to close. There we go. Then L1, R1 and left stick side to side opens and closes the rear window. So if you want a bit of breeze blowing through, you can. Interior. It's really nice actually. I really do like that. I would say I'm a big fan of old tractors. I'm a big fan of, I've probably said this a lot of times before, I'm a big fan of agricultural machinery, full stop. I love it. It's a nice bit of kit that. Not a bad price either for what you get. But if old boxier style tractors aren't your thing, that's absolutely fine. It's got a nice tight turning circle on it as well. For a fairly large, long-ish tractor. Like it. Cool. Got to stop mucking around. I've got a load of stuff to get through. There you go. That's the Deutz Agrostar 6.71, 6.81 series. Next, we've got the GDR Supermarket. Just here. It's by Hellraiser. 12.44 megabytes download, 19 slots, 10,000 to buy. There are 2 of these. One of them is an instant sell point. Take it, sell, bang, job done. The second one is a sell over time one, and it has a managed production here. So what you do is you bring your goods, and then whatever goods it is, if you switch these on when the goods are in here, because it's got a cycles per month and a recipe, it will sell them over the course of a day or whatever it might be. The only downside I will say is it only takes 1,000 litres of each thing. So you're only looking at 1 pallet of each thing. If you've got a trailer load, yeah, I'm not sure how that works for incoming materials in this one. You might be better off with the instant sell point on this. This does have opening hours as well. Between, I think it was 8:30 and 6 PM it said, or was it 6:30 and 8 PM? It's one of those ways around. 8:30 AM to 6 PM you can sell, and obviously if you've set this thing to selling, if you're on this one for the managed production, and when it's closed it won't do the selling, and when it closes it puts boards across the windows. It's like it's closed, properly closed. Build mode, factory section, across to sell points. You'll find them both there. That's like 10 grand each. That's just your standard sell point, sell station, and that's the one where it's made gradually every hour when the production is active. But that's only 1,000 litres. That doesn't seem a lot to me. Anywho, next I'm going to show you in here. We're going to go up to here and down to sheds. Just there. We've got the garage 16 by 8 by Weksi. This is 6.73 megabytes download, 11 slots, 30,000 to buy. If we do this is what it looks like. 3-door garage, 2 on the side this side and 1 on the back there. There's no customization options. It comes just like that. There you go. Nice. The garage, 16 by 8. Next, we've got this here. The German Village Police Station by SoSi-Modding and nrxEcki. This is 29.18 megabytes download, 47 slots, 190,000 to purchase, but it has got some cool features. If you're playing multiplayer and you feel like you're going to be the law, if you want to be the law, it's entirely to you. This you'll find under, I can't remember, it was build mode, decoration. There you go, just there, 190 grand. No customization options, it comes as it is. 3-door garage at the side of this as well, so for hiding your Rosamobiles, if you want to put your police cars. So they still got, whatever, however they refer to them. I don't know why they were always called that. Why were they called that? There's probably going to be some awful connotation to that. That's how they were just always referred to. Anyway, might have to edit that bit out. So. Ah, dearie me, or I'll just mute the sound. If the sound suddenly goes, that'll be why the sound went, because I probably said something inappropriate without realising it was inappropriate. Anyway, that being said, let's go up into here. So, into the main doors, just here. Desks, light switches and bits and bobs all over the place. We come into this side here. Operations room. Come into this side here. Open the door. We've got to the left the interrogation room. Isn't there supposed to be like a two-way mirror or something? Look, CCTV as well. Anyway, yeah, interrogation room this side. Then both these doors go into the same room. I love this. We had to build like this before, didn't we? This is your cell block. So if someone's broken the farm laws of your map, go collect them, arrest them, bring them back, put them in chokey. I'm going to have to look up what I said now because I feel awful if that was something terrible. So there you go, that's the police station. There's no siren or anything like that with it. But that's the German Village Police Station. Next. Where are they? Just over here. I said we've got a lot of harvesters. This one is, oh yeah. I'll do one at a time. Don't worry about what's coming next, worry about this one. This is the John Deere S7 series combines by Schaben. 34.76 megabytes download and 18 slots. You will find this under harvesters. Surprise, surprise. And it is that one just there. So, it's not cheap. We've got 547 horsepower, 625 horsepower. Those are our two options. We've got Mitas, BKT, Michelin, back again. And then we've got a couple of different tyre choices. We've got wides and sort of slightly narrow ones on each one. There's no tracks, there's no LSWs or anything like that. It's just those are our options on there. We've got EU and US, which changes all of our, whether it's the hazard boards or stalk lights and that kind of stuff, reflectors and things, changes a few bits and bobs. And then we've got on our rear axle, we've got 121 inch, 128 inch, 132, 133. That's an interesting one. Why would you go from 32 to 33? Huge increase. 140, 144, back to 121. License plate option on there as well. It's good that one's quite straightforward because the next ones, there are 3. Whew, buckle in, people. Anyway, it's a really nice looking harvester. I like it. I mean, they're all very cool. Everything today is very cool. They're all very cool. So let's just fold this, shall we? Fold the harvester. That's how you get it. Horn, lights, beacon, got the little flashing units on the top there. Very nice. L1, R1, oh, I don't think we've got, do we have it? Yes, we have. Door that opens, there we go. I thought this had a door. We have a door that opens and closes, like that. And then it is just a case of unfold harvester, enabling and disabling straw swath. I think do we have something in the back there? Let's have a quick look. Enable. Yes, I like it when a thing does a thing. When you're enabling or disabling straw swaths on harvesters, there's a bit at the back there that does some stuff. Did we have an option for adjustment of the pipe at the end? I don't think we do on this one. Nope. And yeah, there you go. Cool. Interior. Lovely place to spend a few days during harvest season. I say a few days, probably an absolute ton of days. Anyway, let's fold that harvester, turn the engine off, hop out, because next to that we've got these. When I say these, this is representative of. So this is the John Deere S7 S5. It should be S5 to S7 by Agro Tonho. 85.83 megabytes download, 22 slots, and 23 slots. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show the options on one of them, because the options are pretty much the same apart from capacity. So what I'm going to do is show the capacities on all three, but the rest of the options are pretty much identical. So this one, we start 8,800 litres, 8,800 litres with arches, then with tarp. Now there's an option down here on all of them where it says a lot of options, bulk carrier tarp. So if you've gone for that tarp option, you can change the colour of that tarp like so. But if you haven't gone for that option and you change that, nothing will change. So you'll be wondering what's going on. That'll be why. Then we got 14,100 and then back again. So those are the options on the first one. Then we got all these different options. Like I say, I'll show you all these on the next one, or maybe the last one. So that's the S5 500. Then we got the S7 600 700. So 10,600 it starts off at with arches with tarp. 12,500 with arches with tarp. 17,500, then 14,100 collapsible, then back to 10.6. So whatever we're going to go for. Then we've got engine setup 382 horsepower or 460. Those are our two options on that. And then we got again the rest of the options that you get on the other one. So I'll show you on the final one, which is the S7 800 900. So this one starts at 12.5 with arches with tarp, 17.5, 14.8. So it kind of goes back again. Then with arches with tarp, then we go to 19,800 litres and back to 14.1 collapsible, then to the original 12.5. So 19.8 is the biggest you're going to go. It's like the old big top type. Is it Maurer? There's a whole load. There's Creary big tops, Maurer. There's a whole load of different companies that do all these sorts of things. I'm going to forget someone, so I won't try and read them all out. 547 horsepower, 579 horsepower, or 625 horsepower on this. Then we'll show you the options on here. So we've got Continental, Michelin, Trelleborg, Lizard. Back again. I thought we had more options on. Let me just double check something here. Continental, Michelin, Trelleborg, Lizard. Oh no, it was the same. Cool. So what I'll do, I'll show the Lizards, because the Lizard's got sort of rice tyres. It's Agro Tonho, South American styly. Wide, twins, transport wheels, crawler track broad. So we go from that to that, then wide tyres, and then we can run through the same options again. Is it the same? Yep. I think it's pretty much the same on each one. Let's try on here. Wide. Oh no, it's different on these. That was on those. So we've got wide, balloon tyres with inverted rear, twin wheels with inverted rear, transport with inverted rear, wide tyres 2, inverted rear, twins, inverted rear, transport, inverted rear, crawler track broad, back to wide tyres again. Signage, we've got Model 1, just comes like that. Model 2 has got stalks at the front here. Changes a few lights and bits and bobs on it as well. So rather than being stalks on the ladder or lights on the ladder, it puts them up higher up on the ladder. Model 3 puts these beacons at the back and then goes back to the lower ladder one. And then Model 4 does higher up on the ladder and those on the back as well. So yeah, there's those options. Window tints 1, 2, 3, back to standard for our tint. Lower cabin lights, we can put those on down there. Front and rear signage, we've got front reflectors, we've got rear oversized plate, which does that, or both if you want. It's up to you. Exhaust, Model 1 is a flapper. Exhaust 2 curved. Exhaust 3 comes out the back, rear exhaust there. We've got rear axle width standard, width 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to standard. Then we've got chopper, Model 1, Model 2, Model 3. I think I went Model 3, I think. Speed stickers, yes or no. We've got extra mirrors, yes or no. We have got cabin sensors, yes or no. Put some up on there. Just about to see those. We have also got cabin headlights. At the moment they're round. We can go rectangular. GPS, we got integrated or Starfire 7000. Rear triangle is on, we can turn that off if we want. Rear reflectors, I've left them on, but you can turn those off as well. Takes those reflectors off of there. Pipe, I think pipe was different on the first one, but the second two was the same. So you've got slightly shorter pipes options on the first one, but this one we've got 7 metre, 7.9, 8.7. Then we've got 7 foldable, 7.9 foldable, 8.7 foldable. I think the first one only had the 7 and the 7.9, then the others had those. And then the bulk carrier top, colour and license plate option on there as well. So, a lot of options. Jump in, start it up. Now obviously there's no top to unfold on this one because I've gone for the fixed in place. But we can do unfold harvester, which is doing the unfold harvester thing. There we go. I didn't do pipe out on the other one, did I? So you can see there we have got a... Have we got a, yes, we have got a pipe light. Sort of double check that. There we go, pipeline there as well. Oh, actually this had R1 and right stick up side to side. There you go, adjust out nozzle. And then we run through some options. We've got pipe, door, ladder. So L1, R1, left stick side to side does the door. Right stick side to side does the ladder and folds that away, so you can do that yourself. And then you've already seen the pipe adjustment on the end. Press triangle, we've got covers. Was it L1, R1, right, no, that side. Right stick side to side and up and down, we'll open and close those. And then just R1 on its own, right stick side to side, we'll do the back section there and put the ladder out for your maintenance, and then up and down we'll do that cover just there. Then press triangle again, we're on seats and signalling. Now this is a weird one actually, I couldn't quite fathom. So it was R1 and right stick up and down. Kind of it does that, puts that signal away and folds that one, and then you can bring it back out again. But you can fold it back, it's odd, it's sort of... There you go, put it back in its position there. And then L1, R1, right stick side to side, we've got adjustment of our seat, see there? Seat forward and backwards and up and down. So when you're in cab, we've got a lot of movement. So depending on what position you'd rather be in, I prefer to be a bit further forward, just so I can see when the pipe's out, and you know, I'm a little bit more able to see what's going on, but of course that's entirely up to you. And then we've got our interior, very nice indeed. Did we do the lights and stuff? Yeah, we did, didn't we? Beacons on there as well. And yeah, I went for the tracks broad. Sounds nice as well. Oh yeah, enable and disable. Did we have an enable and disable on this? Disable straw swath. We did, look. We've got a shoot, doing a shoot thing in the back there as well. Awesome stuff. So there we go. That's the John Deere S7 S5. I guess pack, really. Right, stop there. Hop out. Whew. Next, we have got through here the Lapacho Farm House by naimog mod. This is 48.87 megabytes download, 18 slots, 242,000 to buy. You'll find this under build mode and farmhouses, and behind that we've got another farmhouse as well. That is the Palace in Lazniki by Michal Piwko, 38.87 megabytes download, 10 slots, 80,000 to buy, also under build mode and farmhouses. So we're going to have a look through both of these because there are sleep triggers and wardrobe triggers. This one from Lapacho, I always remember the first time I went on Lapacho, that was on 19? Was it 19? Sure it was. Anyway, it's a big old building. These doors are normally closed. I think I opened them, but the interior, oh, we'll go this side first, round into here. It's a nice place, but I'll tell you what this needs. I'm trying to think if the map did, because my brain's automatically saying there should be a big old pool here, big old swimming pool in the garden or something. But anyway, we've got this bit here to the side. That takes you on the side bit we just walked around by. We go up the steps here. We're onto this side of the building. This side of the building is where our sleep and wardrobe triggers are. In here, and if we actually can go out into the balcony as well if we want to. We can walk right the way around if we want to on the balcony. We've got this little bit up here as well, which you can only access from up here. There's no stairs that come up to this bit, so yeah, if you want to be up here. If we come right the way around, we can come in the doors here, which means into the other wing of the house. There's no sleep and wardrobe trigger on this side, but we can go out into the balcony on this side as well, which is very nice. And then we've got the turret on the back, and this is where the stairs are. Spiral staircase down the turret, which is nice. I think that takes us back outdoors, doesn't it? Yep. Into here. Dining room, kitchen area, larder, pantry. Just a cool building, yeah. There you go. We have a light switch just here. Thought we did somewhere. Or are they automatic? I'm trying to think. I could have sworn I found a light switch. Might have been a different building. Anyway, right. Let's whiz out of here. Let's go across the way. So that's the Lapacho Farmhouse. Across to here. This building. Now this said this was an old manor house belonging to the lords of the manor. So the palace in Lazniki. And this, you can't go into the building, but the level of detail on this is staggering. Look at it. The brickwork has a real dimensionality to it. I like it. Sleep trigger just there. Wardrobe trigger just there. It is for all intents and purposes decorative, and then you can, you know, place it and do what you want. I mean, that's what you do with a decorative item, don't you? That's the palace in Lazniki. There, I'm going to whiz past here to have a look at these very quickly at the back. All of those there. This is the Timbered Houses by Farmerfivetom. 38.46 megabytes download. All but one of them is 7 slots and one of them is 9 slots. These are the ones off of Mahogensted, I believe, if I'm not wrong. They're really nice looking buildings. But if we go into here, and we are already in the section. No, we're not. We want others. Come down to others. And you will see I've got some placed already. Now all of these have a double function. There are 16 in total, so there are 8, but each one has 2 options, so 16 technically. And we've got a few to show you because they look really cool. They're decorative items. It's not sleep triggers, wardrobe triggers. You can't go into the buildings or anything like that. But I'll show you on one of them what you can do, and you kind of get the idea. There's slightly different sizes on them for each one. Let's pick. Doesn't really matter. Let's go for that one. I don't think I put this one out, did I? No. So. Nicely made and detailed. If we do customise, we've got timbered version or plaster version, so it's up to you. If you go for the plaster version or the timber version, it doesn't matter. We go to our colour, you pick the colour you want. Let's go yellow, for example. It changes the plaster, so whether you've got timber on there or not, it will still change that, the plaster, wherever on the building, to the colour you want. And then, yeah, place them around. If you want them as decorative items, you can. If you don't worry about it. That's not a problem at all. You probably wouldn't have downloaded it anyway. Next we have got, oh yes, the Lode King. Don't worry, we're going to get to these. We've got the Lode King Flatbed Aluminium. That's aluminium, not aluminum. I know that's going to annoy a lot of Americans. Anyway, this is by SoSi-Modding. 6.56 megabytes download and 5 slots. Now, this you'll find, it might be in various locations. It could be under bale handlers, bale trailers as well. I looked into here and found it under low loaders, but it might be multiple places. So there you go, 25 grand, that's all for the base model. Auto load, yes or no? You don't have to have auto load if you don't want to. For a bale trailer, you've got wood supports, yes or no. Now what you can do is you can still auto load bales with the wood supports on. So if you're wanting to keep the wood supports in place for wood transport, you can. Or just go to a toolbox and change them whenever you want. And we've got axle position, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1 again. Chassis colour does the underside, main colour does the top side, and then rim colour and license plate option there as well. Now it does say there it does round bales and it does square bales, but interestingly it doesn't say anywhere how many it will do of each, because bearing in mind as well, I can't test them all. You've got all the various different bale sizes, and it will do multiple bale sizes. It doesn't say if it does cotton bales, round or square. It doesn't say if it does the small bales, large bales, Heston bales. All of those will have different capacities on a trailer. So I've just done square bales, a set of square bales. I think it went middle of the road, and I think it did 24. Now, this has got some interesting options too. I say interesting options, possibly confusing. With the help window open, top left, L1, operating position, transport position. Notice nothing's happening. Curious. Unload assistant on. Operating position, transport position, nothing. So, if I change that, where it says toggle work mode pro, so at the moment it won't automatically load them on. If I load them on, Let's see if we'll do it. See, nothing's happening, which is curious. I'm not quite sure why. If I put that L3 toggle work mode, please work now, and then operating position, there we go, now it'll work. So here's the weird thing, how have I lost a bale? Was it the one that I already put on there? You can't be serious, that can't really be. It is, look, yeah, the one that was, right, drop that down there. Thinking that's peculiar, why is that not gone? There we go. So it's odd that it does 24 bales and it says 100% on there, but you've got a gap at the back here, like it should take another 2, but it doesn't. It says 100%, so that's full. And even with the supports as well for the logs, it's still on there. So yeah, if you can't get it to auto and you're wondering why, you might need to change your work modes. Click it between easy and pro, and you'll notice if I do easy now, no, it's actually not that changes it, is it? If I do unload assistant on and off, that's not letting me do it once it's on there. It's a curious one. Anyway, with that on, with the options on there, L1 right stick side to side and up and down, R1 right stick up and down side to side, L1 R1 right stick up and down and side to side. So you've got a lot of bale movement for whatever it is you might want to do with your bales. I'm not quite sure why you would want to do this with your bales. Let's bring them down to the ground, try and get those level a little bit if we can. Go that way, bring them down a bit further, unload bales. Unload bales here, boom, there we go, on the floor. Now if you want to unload them onto the trailer, stop unloading, operating position, there we go. I can unload bales here. They now have a mass, a weight, and I can strap them down on the trailer. Until you've unloaded them onto the trailer, the straps won't work. The straps will disappear underneath because technically the bales aren't there until you unload them onto the trailer. So it will do round bales as well, it will do different sizes as well. Next we have got, oh yeah, over here, these. I wanted to get to these because these are cool. Like I said, it's all been very cool today. I'm really impressed with the level of detail and stuff as well, and these are awesome. So we have got the Matador and Merkador pack by Deus Volt, 92.58 megabytes download, 16 and 21 slots for the harvesters, and then we got 5 slots for a 3 meter header, 6 slots for a 4.2. That's the 3 meter, that's the 4.2. They do have end cap options which match up with the harvesters, but you don't have to have those, and you can mix and match, but they look amazing. The sound effects are awesome, the animations are incredible with the levers, and these are like a lot of the old harvesters, when you turn them on, that shake you get, that shake on the harvester, and you can see the belts, and oh, they're just wonderful, wonderful harvesters. So under our harvesters we're going to go to here. So the Matador, just there, we're all set up. Now this is the only bit that's a bit frustrating. We've got standard, 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 I don't know, we got, they're all saying standard, but things are changing. Anyway, we've got seat 1 and 2, tools crate 1 and 2, don't have to have it on, or say yes or no. Warning triangle, no or yes, on the back just there. We've got spare belts, they're in different locations on each one, so yes, puts them over the front there, so you've got spare belts in case you break some. Chopper unit at the back there, yes or no. We've got design colour, this does the back section, so if I change that to that, I'll just show you what colours change. That does that section. Next design colour does all of that, the rest of the harvester. Engine, we can change the engine colour in there as well. If you want to do that, let's go red. So you can change the engine colour if you want. Design colour does the rim, no, design colour, design colour does the decals. There you go, decals on the side, rim colour does rim colour, and then we're back to standard. Then we go to the Merkador. Size capacity is 21,000, no, 2,150 litres on the Matador. But look at the price, 17.5 for a start out harvester. Not bad. You're going to have to unload it a few times, but hey, it doesn't matter, does it? And then the Merkador is 3,000 litres for 21,500, so not bad at all. So this one again, standard, 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 standard. Things are changing. There you go. Then we've got front lights on the sides or on the front. Tool crate, yes or no, puts tool crate in a different location on this one. Warning triangle, yes or no, we saw it's the same position, but on this one, on the back. Spare belts, though, aren't at the front here. Spare belts are hooked over the exhaust bit at the back there, look. Look at that. Or is that the air filter? That might be the air filter. Could be. Then we got cabin, yes or no. So you can have a cabin for the inclement weather if you'd rather have a cabin on there. Doesn't cost anything to put it on there, so why wouldn't you? All of it's free. Go for it. Chopper, we got no with skirts, and then we got yes. It's up to you. Then the design colour, we'll just double check. I think it does the same. The rear section there for the chopper or skirt. Next design colour does, let's do that. The whole vehicle. Engine colour, we can change that. Design colour, I think did the cab, didn't it? I don't know why I'm asking you. You wouldn't know the necessarily at the moment. Next design colour does the decals again. Then we've got radiator grille, that bit at the top there that's poking up the top. You can change the colour of that. Rim colour, and then we're back to there. Then we come out of there, come to our grain headers. There's our cut of 3M, cut of 4M. So options of this, crop dividers 1 or 2. Then you've got covers, yes or no. I'm going to leave on yes at the moment. You've got Matador or Merkador, so you can match them up to the harvesters if you want to. Or you can take the covers off if you want to see the belts and stuff doing their thing when all the harvesters are working, which I kind of like that. Yeah, but obviously, health and safety wise, not a good idea. Design colour does the real. The next design colour does the rest of it, so I'll show you that. There we go. That goes to that, for example. So again, pick and choose. And then the cut to 4M, same options, 1 or 2 on the dividers, covers yes or no, Matador or Merkador, design colour, design colour. So let's hop on. No, what's gone wrong there? I'm not showing. Oh, I'm going to say what happened there. Now we do have L1, where are we? Let's go to the harvester. So L1, R1, right stick, no, left stick side to side, opens and closes the top like that if you want that open. Pipe out. Oh, listen to those sound effects. Let's turn it on. Look at this, look. Shake, 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 senora, shake your body. Anyway. Lights. Oh, it's great. But look at this, look. Turn it off, look at the levers to the left. Oh, it's brilliant. So nice. Then our header, we've got a razor and over header, and we can do our reel. Then we can bring the reel in and out, but we can definitely go up and down on the reel. And then we do have on the back, I think it was, enable straw swap. There you go. Because this one has got the chopper unit on it, whereas the other one I didn't go for a chopper unit, I went for a skirt. But again, it's the sound effects. But look at the rods. Look, when I'm turning the steering wheel, look at the rods moving. Look. See the rods just underneath where I'm sitting, and then look through to the back wheel and you can see the rods moving. Oh, that attention to detail, that's incredible. Anyway, and the other one just here. So the lever get moved when I'm going to do the pipe. Look. Horn, lights. These don't have beacons today. I don't think so. Let's raise the header. Same with this real adjustment on there. Turn it on. Interior on this. Quite loud in here, isn't it? Turn it off a second. Look, levers again on the side there. Oh, man. They are really nice mods. Like them a lot. The Matador and Merkador pack, which brings on to the last of the mods for today. Yes, we have a map out today, but I'm not going to be able to get onto that till tomorrow. The map is Angela Whispering Hollow by Mr. T-Bone 39 and Shanty Boys. That'll be tomorrow morning by the time I've then prepped, and possibly tomorrow lunchtime by the time it's up. But I will get onto that, and that is. That's a memorial. It says in memory of my sister. It's lovely. So yeah, I'll get onto that. That'll be tomorrow morning now. Anyway, so the last of the mods for today, and it's this, and this is another cool one. A lot of cool mods today. This is the Universal Large Greenhouse by Antics. 8.53 megabytes download, 15 slots, 54 grand. Look at the levels. We have levels to it, which is incredible, and it's more than that as well. So if we come into build mode, we go across to our greenhouses, and you'll find it just there. Now we have colour options on this. Let's go to there. So you see the metal work on the side of it at the moment. If I do that and we go to colour configuration, let's go red. All the metal work is now a red metal. So you can change the metal work on there if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. That's entirely up to you. But if we come out of there, it requires water and manure. And if we come to our point just inside, I've got a few things running. We'll click on that. Now look, we can do carrots. So you've got recipes for just water. So just water. Why is that showing? Let's try it again. Oh, that's the water one. That's water and manure. Okay. So the water one is 10 to 10. The water and manure one is 10 water, 5 manure to 20. So you're actually gaining 1,200 cycles a month. So we got carrots, chilies, mushrooms can be done here as well. Garlic, grapes, green beans, lettuce, long grain rice, napa cabbage, olives, oyster mushrooms, parsnips, peas, potatoes, red beet, rice, spinach, spring onion, strawberries, tomatoes, and water. And the water one is an interesting one. I turned that on. Oh, it's because it hasn't used enough yet because I haven't got enough stuff running. So you don't even have to bring water to it if you don't want to. That will do 0 to 2,000 water, 240 cycles a month. So if you turn that on, that simulates the fact you're pumping water to it somehow. Maybe you've got some underground pipe work, whatever it might be. That's pretty cool. So you can run all those different things, and that's, you know, that's wonderful. So I can turn it off now because we're full at the moment. Turn it back on if I need to. But even better than that, I don't know if you can hear that either. What was weird was I bought the water to here. That didn't fill up. When I bought the manure, both of them filled up. So I'm assuming the water, because it's, you know, I didn't even notice until I got to the end. I realised I could switch that on for the water. I bought water over. That's not a problem. This triangle here, if you've got it there, it says block pallet spawning. So you've got pallets will spawn either side. And if I block them, that takes that away, so you won't get any pallet spawn. So if you don't want to have loads of pallets outside, you don't have to. And you've got a pallet spawn point this side as well, which will do the same, which is very cool. What we've also got the back here is you've got this, because some of the items in there would be loose, so you wouldn't have pallets of them spawning. You can come and collect stuff loose on the back here, which is nice. If I come over to here, I can actually hide that. If I don't want that showing, if I don't want to collect stuff loose, I can put that away if I don't want it, which is pretty cool. But we've also got, if you are going to come and collect stuff loose, once that's open, I can come to here, and that says select speed. I can go at 5,000 or 50,000. So if you want to unload faster out of this, you can. But that's not all, because what it's also got, this is crazy. That third tier up there, I'll go in and just listen. And of course, as soon as I say listen, next door neighbour starts using an angle grinder. It's what I've been using the whole time. Anyway, you can just about see them as well. Those are beehives up the top there. So the beehives in the greenhouse are being used to pollinate the crops and stuff in here if you've got crops in here. But the beauty of that is, if you then place a honey pallet spawn point, you'll get honey. Because if I come bottom right, it does actually say, it does say in the description, bottom right, it says, look, large glass greenhouse, range 1,000 meters, get honey at pallet location. So not only is it a greenhouse doing a ton of stuff, it's also a beehive, and you can get your honey from it. That's so cool. Love it. Very, very smart indeed. So there you go. That's it for the mods for Friday the 5th of September. Like I said, I'll go into that map tour tomorrow morning. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, enjoy your weekend and your Friday evening. And thanks for watching.